Hey mama, welcome to Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood. My name is Jocelyn Hillam and I am here to encourage you to find positivity in your thoughts during pregnancy because it changed the way I thought about pregnancy by shifting my thoughts, and it helped me to get through my pregnancies way better. And because of shifting my thoughts, I have been able to have 5 kids thus far. Today I am going to give you a powerful mindset tip that I think I've been absent-mindedly practicing for a while, but I didn't have words to put to it or explain it until recently, and it kind of all came together. And I want to share that with you, and I hope that you have some breakthroughs. If you find that this podcast is helpful, that it makes your pregnancy better by shifting your thoughts and doing these small and simple things to take care of your mind, that you would share it with someone. Share it with a pregnant friend or mama to help them when they are struggling. It's hard. Pregnancy is hard. And let's help each other through it. Let's jump into the episode. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life, and I can help you. Thanks for joining. I am going to have you do something a little bit different today than I normally have you do in my episodes. Usually we try to shy away from negative thinking, and I try to instead encourage positive thinking, replacing negative thinking with positive thinking through mindset exercises like Feel It to Heal It, giving yourself grace, finding gratitude, changing the negative to the positive, pregnancy-specific affirmations, and the art of distraction, and so many more. Anyway, those are some of the tips that I use to help you get away from the negativity that your mind wants to focus on. But for a minute, I want you to recall some of the negative days that you have had in pregnancy. Remember maybe there was a day that was particularly hard and you are having a hard time forgetting that day. Maybe it was when you are very sick. Maybe it was when you were just feeling very uncomfortable. Maybe it was when you had extra pain. Maybe it was when you were throwing up by the toilet and you had to miss out on stuff and you were just absolutely miserable. Maybe you got sick at someone's house and you were embarrassed by it. Think about a lot of these negative things that you have had to deal with when it comes to pregnancy. And I imagine that if pregnancy is hard for you, this is a fairly easy exercise to come up with many times, days, and things that were very, very hard. A lot of negative things that kind of seemed like awful days. This is kind of the revelation that I have had. Your mind wants to remember how bad those days were. It almost wants to cling to those days so that you never feel those negative feelings or those bad or hard days again. And if that means that you don't get pregnant again, your mind tells you, oh yeah, don't ever do that again because that was so hard and that was so awful. But our minds are so powerful. I think sometimes we underestimate the power that our thoughts have, but they can change. So if you are giving thought and energy to all those negative things, you are going to feel all those negative thoughts and feelings in relation to pregnancy. You are going to go through it and just remember it so distinctly that you are never going to want to do it again. And that is not, I feel, what God wants for his women, for his righteous women who desire to have kids. He wants us women to raise children and to raise more of them. The scriptures talk about multiplying and replenishing the earth and how you will find joy in your posterity. And I think that if Satan can sneak in and stop women from having more children through pregnancy, he will do it any way he can. So notice that your mind is giving attention to the hard days. The reason that I am able to put words to this now and kind of thought of this was because I have had some very hard days with the baby. My baby is 9 months old, and there have been some very hard and very difficult times. Almost to where I'm like, wow, I don't think I can do this again. We are done. And I got thinking about that and how my mind wanted to emphasize every negative day that I went through with the baby. And it did that with pregnancy until I started changing through some of these thought shifts. But I noticed it more with the baby because it had been a while since I'd had a baby. I think there's about a 4-year gap between my last two. And I had forgotten some of the things, or the memory has kind of like faded a little bit. I had forgotten how hard teething can be. I'd forgotten how hard it could be to have a sick baby. Or maybe it was just I'm in a different season and it felt so much harder. But my mind wanted to focus on that negativity. And your mind is going to want to focus on the negativity that pregnancy can bring as well. It takes so much harder and intentional work to instead focus on the positive. But that's what I want you to encourage you to do. And that's actually what I'm trying to practice right now. I am trying to practice that right now with my baby, that instead of focusing on the negative days and how hard they are and how I never want to do this again, I never want to have babies again because of how hard they are, I instead am trying to remember the good times, the amazing times where I am holding my baby and nursing him and just everything is right in the world and I feel so much love for him. Or this morning he was actually being so cute. He was just so content sitting there and smacking his lips, going and just playing with his little toys and looking around, watching his siblings. And it was just one of those beautiful moments where you felt so much gratitude that you have a baby. That's what I felt. I felt so much gratitude that I had this little baby. Those moments might be hard to find in pregnancy, but I challenge you to find it, to find the miracle in pregnancy, to find the beauty in it. Pregnancy is miraculous, even if you need to do a little bit more research and looking into pregnancy and finding out how miraculous it is that our womanly body can grow a human inside. Oh, it's so cool and so powerful. And to feel that baby move and their heartbeat can be found like around 9 or 10 weeks. It is incredible. And as you focus on the miracles and as you let your mind bring forth the good days of pregnancy and the happiness and how excited you are to welcome this baby into the world, you will shift. Your mind will shift, and those thoughts will begin to work for you in the way that you desire them to work for you, in finding more positivity in pregnancy. Now, I'm not telling you that the purpose of this episode is to encourage you to have more kids. That is not up to me. That is between you guys and the Lord. And for me during pregnancy, I cannot think about having more kids because I always say, yeah, we're not doing this again. Or I'm taking a good long break because it does have hard times. So only think about the pregnancy you're in. But nonetheless, as you emphasize the good days and the good things about pregnancy, maybe you have a shirt that your belly just looks so cute in, and you almost love to wrap your arms around your belly as if holding your baby. Emphasize those moments, those good times in your mind, and that will help you to shift. This is a powerful thing that you can use even not in pregnancy. Instead of focusing on the bad and the hard days and things about your children or with your husband, find the good moments and the good times and focus on those and fill your thoughts with the amazing moments and the positive moments. Naturally, our brains want to go to the negative, but as you are intentional and reverse that, as you switch it to the positive, it gets easier and easier, and you are able to do it better, and you're able to focus on the positive easier. Anyway, that is what I want to share with you today. If you feel that this podcast episode helps you, I encourage you to share it with other mothers. If you are really struggling and it's hard to find positivity, I have a mental course, a morning sickness mental course, but it's for all of pregnancy that can help you to find more positivity. They are mindset exercise videos that are 2 to 8 minutes long, and you just let your mind listen while I talk to you via video, or I do have downloadable audios that you can have with that course. It is the top link in the show notes, and I encourage you to check it out. Mama, you are doing amazing things. Your body is doing amazing things. This is such a special season to be able to carry your baby, your posterity within your womb. Choose to find the miracle and try to shy away from dwelling too much on the bad days. We all have bad days, but as we shift to the positivity, we will find more happiness. I know because I've tried it and it works, and it has helped me significantly. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing, but most of all, thank you for applying these into your life to find more positivity in your own motherhood. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.